What an awesome opportunity to be here. And the energy, I just love the energy that happens from people that are starting new companies, the new pitches. It's just absolutely amazing. So true honor, I appreciate it. I'm going to talk about something a little different. When I was first talking with Scott and Aubrey, they said, hey, let's talk about embracing failure. Let's talk about pivots. And I was like, well, I've done a lot of those. But actually, I want to talk about something a little different. I want to talk about the core of that. I want to talk about the emotions that you're going through in that process. I want to talk about fear. And how do you overcome fear? Because you're going to face it again and again and again, every single time. So I'll talk about my story, just to share a little bit about my story. I'll talk about how it came from CSU. I was that little kid that did every single possible business you could imagine. One of the big ones was a paper route. I started at 8 years old instead of 10. And then by 10, I had 12 paper routes, 550 papers. Had the neighbor kids helping me, my sister as well. My sister didn't show up one time for work, so I fired her. She still holds that against me. But she's all right. She's a doctor now. It's okay. I was instilling discipline in her. So what's fascinating is every single time you're going to run into something again and again throughout your business. And every single time something's going to punch you in the face. And just get used to it. And be okay with it. And embrace it. So behind every single pivot, behind every single failure, there's fear. And so you're going to have to make a decision. What do I do? Do I resign to it? Do I play that it is what it is? Do I get angry? Do I blame somebody else in that anger? Or do I say, wow, what an opportunity that this happened? And so I'll talk about a few of those that have happened. So history with BillGo, actually, so I had a previous business. He talked about that a little bit. I sold it, thought I wasn't going to work again. I was just volunteering at CSU and helping boards and all that fun stuff, and that was awesome. And then there was a kid here at CSU that had an idea about splitting bills. I was like, ooh, okay, I think you're onto something, and I'm invested in a bill pay company. And he wanted to do tracking and splitting bills if we were roommates. I was like, this is a great idea. I love it. There's really something to do with this. He ended up not wanting to take it to the next level. 6 months later, it was driving me crazy. I'm like, there's something to this. There's something to this. And so I asked him a few times whether he wanted to join. He didn't want to join. Ended up starting this company, Bill Hero. Bill Hero was an app that was basically, if you were roommates, you could split all your bills, it would pay them for you, and you could track it, you P2P, the whole bit. Awesome. Well, through that process, what we learned is 80% of the people were not using us for splitting bills. They just wanted the bill pay. We're like, huh, that's fascinating. Why are you doing that? Because it's all in one spot. Huh, okay, that's fascinating. Why don't we focus on that? Where else could we take bill pay? What could we do better for you? Can you make the payment faster? Okay. Let's make the payment faster. We made the payment with a credit card instead. All of a sudden, we're making these payments with credit cards. We're making a ridiculous amount of money off of it. What if we could do that for 25% of America that use bank bill pay? So then we kill the app. We use that payment engine. So again, a pivot. Now we're almost out of money every single time this happens. Okay, and everybody, the people that invested in us at the very beginning, I had some people leave. And I told him, he said, a couple people said, I want my money back. Because you told me this was going to be splitting bills. I was like, that was the idea. It's going to change. Every great company, it changes again and again. So next thing you know, we went from this, fledgling startup with literally no revenue, or almost no revenue, to next thing you know, tens of millions of dollars and serving major banks and over 1 million customers using BillGo, which is pretty freaking awesome. Then we buy another app. We think we're going to do something with it. We kill the app, believe it or not. And then all of a sudden, we realize we have this opportunity in front of us. So we're going to go to the banks and provide the entire bill pay system. But in order to do that, we're going to have to raise more money. So we raise more money. Okay, great. Now again, we're almost about to run out of money because the banks are taking too long. Oh, shoot, what are we going to do? Well, what if we focus on the biller network? There's an opportunity to create this network. And so we saw that as an opportunity because it actually created more creativity happens under pressure than when you're relaxed. Every single time. Don't believe me? Look at all the innovation in the world, and you'll see that a lot of them happened during world wars, right? A lot of pressure, we innovate. So then it created this innovation for us as it relates to this bill pay network. And then again, what ends up happening is that we get punched in the face. We think that we're going to grow at 100%. First quarter of this year, we're off by 67%. Oh no, what do we do? Got the board freaking out, investors freaking out, we're off. What are we going to do? And I was talking to one of the executives this morning, and I said, you know what, this is probably one of the best things that's ever happened to BillGo. He said, how can you say that? We're getting ready to go, I'm going to a board dinner as soon as we're done here. And they have a board meeting. And I said, because you know what it made us do over this last quarter? It made us think differently, and we realized that our network is so valuable. We were using it for consumers, and we can use it for businesses. And now we got a deal in front of us that we can process almost $6 billion that we couldn't do. And we never would have had that meeting if it didn't happen. So, you know, I ask you every single time, lean into that fear. Don't let it control you. You could just give up, you could get angry, or you could do something about it and actually say, wow, this is a fascinating opportunity. So the next thing I would love to share with you is really about purpose. So, you know, a lot of people get really excited about ideas, and I do too. We're human, we get really excited about ideas. But the fact of the matter is, ideas are like the hole between your glutes. Everybody has one. They're not too unique, and a lot of them stink. That's the fact of the matter. Every idea that you have, at least 1,000 other people have that idea. I promise you that. It's all about execution. It's all about, and then you've got to be absolutely deterministic that you are going to win. Doesn't matter what it is, you're going to figure this out. Have a reason, have a purpose. And don't just do it for the sake of winning and failure. Do it because you want to make a difference. Because he with the strong enough why can withstand any how. She with the strong enough why can withstand any how. Know that. And know that about your company. Give it purpose. Give it a reason. Do something with it. So I'll leave you with a few thoughts just about fear and about growth. See, I believe that all of our growth, all the greatest growth we ever experience is about our fear. And you're going to have to make a decision every time something comes up. Will you give up? Will you get angry and blame other people? Or are you going to do something about it? Are you going to take it as an opportunity? Do something great. Each and every one of you has some fascinating things that you can do. Each and every one of you are in some pivotal point in your life that you have fear in front of you. Whether it's personal, whether it's a relationship that you have, whether it's your business, lean into it. Do something. We're here for a reason, and we're supposed to make a difference. And that difference is our growth, and our growth is tied to fear. So thank you very much. I appreciate you.